Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I've got a summertime glam look for you, so let's get started. Last week's look was also a summer look, but I thought now that it's a little bit like that one was really basic. But now that it's a little bit less hot, I figured why not do a more glamorous out there one. Okay, as you can hopefully tell, I've only done primer on the top part of my eyelids. I left my eyelids, like the moving parts, open. Yeah, it's early. Anyway, because I have plans today, so I need to do a cut crease the usual and quicker way rather than my very complicated let's completely draw it out way, which, you know, is, I don't know, I somehow prefer it, but it does take more time. Anyway, for the eyeshadows I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Blood Money palette because it has the exact shades of green that I need. Basically, I just really want a nice, you know, sparkly green look. So yeah, this palette is perfect for that. Can you tell that it's early? I can tell that it's early. Anyway, but I'm going to use the most natural taupe shade in it first, just to start defining my crease. Now, I pulled you up a little bit closer so I can properly show you how we're going to darken this up. Wow, my palette is falling apart. The corners just keep dropping off, it's really annoying. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to use a smaller brush and deepen up the crease even more. Also, by the way, random question. Are you the sort of person who is like immediately all like fresh and awake in the morning? Or are you the sort of person who, like me, forgets how to talk? I don't know, like I don't mind getting up early, but I gotta admit I'm not the most awake early in the morning. Then a teeny tiny bit of brow bone highlight. This is a very pale green shimmer shade. And then big fluff hair blender just until it is properly blended. Now back to the eye primer. And this is the official way of actually doing a cut crease. You just darken up the crease first in case you didn't know yet. And then just start, you know, cutting the crease with either concealer, an eye primer, whatever. Some people actually like to clean their eyelid with some makeup remover first, but this eye primer is actually a Maybelline color tattoo, so it's opaque enough that I don't need to bother cleaning up first. Admittedly, like for summertime, I'm not much of a beach person because I don't like sunbathing because, you know, I don't want to get sunburned. I also don't particularly like swimming because then my hair gets wet and my face gets wet and like my piercings get wet and they might get irritated and my tattoo gets wet and sunscreen is going to wash off. And it's just annoying. So yeah, not much of a beach person. I'm more of a forest person and a hiking person. I also like fields and like, you know, going on bicycle rides, stuff like that. So really my inspiration is more that, like the beginning of summer when everything is not dried out yet, but still like nice and lush and green. And then, you know, having the sun on it like full on. Like that sort of vibe is what I'm going for. And like the complete outer edge of this, I'm filling in with the shade that I use as my brow bone highlight. A really bright pale one. Bright pale, is that even a word? I don't know. But anyways, just to make it a little bit more, I don't know, like out there, obvious that there's an edge there. And the outer corner I'm actually going to do in a darker shade, just to get some more actual definition there. And I'm still working on this eye anyway. I'm also just going to finish it with some really dark eyeshadow, like the darkest shade that I use in the crease. I'm just using this brush, I don't know what to call it, because it's a very odd looking brush I think. But anyways, I'm just going to use it to make a sort of shadow around my lash line. Like I don't want a full on eyeliner, because I want this to be still quite soft for a cut crease. Okay, so now we have a sort of before and after going on. I don't know why I made this face like that. Anyway, now I'm just going to copy this to this eye off camera. I say that like it's an easy thing, but it's not. Like, let me just give you one advice. This sort of stuff, you want it to be symmetrical and just don't rush yourself. Take your time with it. Keep a mirror very close by and just, yeah, just try to get it as best as you possibly can. So I'm gonna do that. I'll see you in for you like a second. And the eyes are on there. They're like 90% symmetrical. But keep in mind, like for one, your face moves, so that's why it won't really look symmetrical on every angle. And also, most people aren't going to look at your eyeshadow from like 5 millimeters of distance just to see if it's completely even. So yeah, this is good enough. Anyway, now it's time to do the face. And the face is done. Or at least I've done my BB cream, concealer and powder. Oh, and eyebrows obviously. But I figured why not show you the rest of my face on camera. Now whenever I want to do a simple contour, yes, we're starting with the contour, I usually go for fan brushes in a large and a small size. This is the small size obviously. Just because I feel like with fan brushes it's very easy to just apply a little bit, blend it out with your powder brush, and then it just, you know, it's there, it's a shadow, but it's not too obvious. You don't have to spend the next 12 years trying to blend it out. It's just quite ideal to me. And then of course a bigger fan brush on my face, because otherwise I'll still be working on it for the next 5 hours. Then again the usual peach colored blush that fits with anything. Yes, I know I'm very predictable. You know, one thing I really love about the blushes by Rocher, by the way, is the fact that they're like, you know, they're there enough to be visible, but they're still soft enough that you can just easily slap them on and not have to worry about looking like a clown, even if you're naturally very pale. Yeah, this really helps. And I'm actually going to use highlighter today too. I don't usually use highlighter because I usually go for vintage, and highlighter is not vintage. But yeah, I just feel like it today. First off, we're going to finish the eyeballs now. I'm going to use the very flat brush and the dark Cust Matte shade. Dark Cust Matte shade. I already start talking before I actually finish thinking. Anyway, I'm going to apply that below my lower lashes, to sort of have that eyeliner effect on the bottom as well. Nothing too smoky, just, you know, have it be there. And then I'm going to use a very pale matte green shade, because I don't want shimmer below my eyes today. And apply a bit more fluffy brush over top of that. As usual, I'm not going for full on smoky under eye areas. I'm just going for, you know, something subtle. Like so. And then I'm going to use my very tiny blending brush and the very pale green shade, just to do a little bit of a inner corner highlight over here. In the inner corner. Logic. Okay, I'm not going to use anything on my lower waterline, because, or also not on my top waterline for that matter, because this eye is kind of irritated and I don't want to make it worse. So, I am going to use lashes. Yes, this is a mess, but one of the pairs in here is the Soulmate by xoBeauty, which is a very long pair of lashes with a clear lash band, so perfect when you're not wearing eyeliner. But they're really large and like false lash effect, and I really like them. So yeah, big false lash effect but clear lash band, that's basically the idea. And they're on there, as you can see, they're just enough to give a little bit more volume to the look without making it, I don't know, too much I guess. Anyway, I'm just applying some mascara now to glue my own lashes to the falsies. And after that all that's left to do is some lipstick. And to keep the look like nice and summer appropriate, I'm going to go for a soft lip color. And that's on there. So now there's only some setting spray left and we're done. And that leaves us with the final result. I gotta say this actually turned out exactly as I planned, which is kind of surprising because things don't usually do. Anyway, but yeah, it's glam, but it's still summer. It's still wearable, in my opinion at least. It's lightweight, and like that's one thing is to me at least very important for summer looks. I never want a very thick layer of foundation on my face, because I feel like when it gets hot and sweaty, it just turns ugly. So yeah, might also be because I use a lot of sunscreen on my face. But anyway, so a lightweight base for me is just the way to go, basically. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy the video, please click the like button. It would really help me out because it makes YouTube suggest my video more often. If you don't want to miss any of my future videos, you can always subscribe to my channel. I do makeup tutorials mostly, but also vlogs. And yeah, that's it for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!